And so for those of you that are here and you're a guest of someone, understand that, and more than likely you've seen Viago, like you've seen the presentation of the company. And so I understand whether you've made a decision to engage or partner with us or not, it's okay. For everyone else that has, I want to say I appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome to today. It's a special day. It's a special day in many ways. It's a very special day for me, faith-wise. It's there's and people on the other side of the world know, and you're celebrating. And for those of you that don't know, it's a holiday and it's a happy day, and it's a big celebration. And to be able to do this call on a day like today is double special, number one. Number two is I want to start out by talking real quick and having Sherry just say a few words, because most of you, if not all of you, would not be here if it wasn't some direct relation with Sherry. Either Sherry introduced someone who introduced you, or Sherry introduced you, or Sherry introduced someone who introduced someone who introduced someone who introduced you. Somehow it happened through Sherry doing some sort of introduction. And so I want to start off by saying thank you to her, because when I called her, I had my fingers crossed, my toes crossed. I did a prayer. I called in the big guns. I called in mom number one to say somehow I have to get mom number two to see this. And I think both of my moms have like a direct connection to God. And I'm just telling you, like, somehow it happened. And ever since, I've been thanking God every day that she decided to be all in and decided to partner. Sherry, you've made a massive difference in not only the company, the community, in a lot of lives already, but including mine. And you made a difference in my life many years before, and then our friendship period. So we went from me being mentored by you, and then we had many years where it was just family ship. We were just family and no business, nothing tied. And you went and got married to a phenomenal human being. And we connected and we spent time, and Alex came and we just familyed it. That was it. And now you've made another major impact in my life by partnering again. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'd love for you to just say a few words as I get a chance to introduce my business partners, our president and our CEO here in a couple of minutes. But it's only appropriate, Sherry, that you start. It sounds like I'm starting the call, but I'm not. I'm technically wanting people that don't know you to know you. You've been my mentor for over 20 years, and in business and in life, as a husband, as a father. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll turn it over to you.
Oh, thank you, Muzaffar. And you know how I feel about you. I mean, you make me proud. It's like not in a bad way, proud in a good way. It's like when you see somebody that you watched grow so much, and what you've done with this company and your dedication. And I've never ever in my career had an upline support like what you've given me. I mean, we're literally, ladies and gentlemen, working 20-hour a day work. And it is the funnest time I've ever had in my career. And like, this is like, I got chills right now, and even talking about it. At Christmas time, when you wake up before the alarm goes off, because you're so excited. That's what happened to me today. I literally woke up 5 minutes before the alarm went up, popped out of bed, jumped in the shower, got all ready for this call, because I feel like this is our coming out party. For everybody that's on here, this isn't normal to have the president of the company and the CEO and founder of the company hop on a call to congratulate our team for the success we're having. And they give you hugs at the big events, but you go there. to get that. They've come to us, and I'm so grateful. And when I say it's like Christmas to me, this is the beginning. We're just getting started. You know, just imagine where we're going to be this time next year. Some of you will be not only walking across this stage as diamonds and blue diamonds and all the different ranks and all this, but a lot of you are just going to do this simple thing. Get this. Remember I told you of all the trophies I've had in my career, which they've been a lot, that is my favorite one. Having that club 6 and understanding this is how we build this business, you know, anybody can do that. Anybody can share this with 6 people to be able to help them get their membership free. And I know I'm talking business right now, but I want you guys to understand I'm more proud of that than any trophy I've ever had. So when you look at this, we have got so much potential, and the timing, I've never ever seen timing like this. And you're here at the beginning. And we're so proud of you guys because you're pioneers. You're the ones that aren't complaining about what we don't have. You're grateful for what we have. And when you get that mindset, instead of trying to fix everything and all this and go through the back office, you just go get your 6. You get your 6. And I heard Godfrey saying, you know, he saved $300 on his daughter's birthday present for tickets up to a concert that she wants to go to. This is phenomenal what we have. So, Muzaffar, I could go on and on and on, but I want to hear from Isaac and Eddie and just have, I know you're going to kind of do the hosting of this call. And again, back to you. Thank you so much for everything you do for our team.
I appreciate it, and I love your passion. I love your mindset. I love where you're at, and you know, I gotta tell you all that it's pretty incredible. You know, and I'm gonna say this before I do introductions. You guys have heard Sherry say that when she saw this, she had just invested 1.5 million into a business, and the break even time of that business is a minimum 3 years. 3 years. And when she saw Viago, she said, okay. And see, some of you see her as this wonderful lady, this magical lady, this peaceful, calm, angelic. She loves on you. She's one of the most smartest business women you'll meet. Let me tell you what she did. She said to her husband and her son, saying, hey, you guys take this business that will take 3 years to break even. You guys do that one. I'm going to do Viago, which in 12 months to 18 months, I'm going to finish Black Diamond, which will be a 7-figure income, pure profit. Pure profit. It'll be sweat equity, but you guys are going to do sweat equity and break even in 3 years. So you guys go sweat there. I'll sweat here, and you know, and listen, Alex is no dummy. He's like, I'm married up, so I'm good. She's smart. We're all good. So they're just a phenomenal couple. But Sherry, I'm with you on this. This investment of time, sweat equity, and then it's brought some amazing people. So I'm going to introduce my business partners. They're both here, and I'm really, really excited to introduce them. And then I want you guys to know how this is going to go. I do want to highlight a few people that have achieved some really good results. And so I first want to start with my business partner. So the first gentleman that I'm going to introduce is our president. And some of you may have seen a video that he has done. Some of you may not have seen anything about him, and you're about to see him and meet him for the first time. There's so much I could say about Eddie Head. There's so much I could tell you about him. His background, to his level of intelligence, to he helped build and create the largest travel club in the world with him and his partners. High level of intelligence, but the guy is also an artist, from playing multiple instruments to be literally doing full out art. Like, I've seen some of his artwork and I'm blown away. It's almost like everything that he touches It's like, how do you do it? And then he's a master at the English language. Every conversation Eddie and I have, I'm always asking him the definition of one or two words, because I'm the master of none languages, none. Like I don't even speak it properly. So I'm so excited that he's here. But I want to tell you a couple of things. Number one, I've never seen a president of a company work as if he is a representative, someone that signed up as an ambassador. I've never seen somebody that treats it like their life depends on it. I've never seen him push off to tomorrow what he can do today. And Eddie, I'm so honored and man, the privilege of being your friend, your brother, your business partner. I can't even tell you, man. Thank you so much for being here. And second is Isaac, our CEO. And Eddie, I met in 2020, right after COVID, like right when COVID started. Literally, right when COVID started, it was like March or April of 2020. God connected me, Eddie, Isaac. We had gotten on a Zoom presentation and started the process. Isaac and Eddie had met a few years before that, but that was our first meeting, Eddie, and I can't believe how far we've come. Isaac Ben Shabbat, for those of you that don't know, he is our CEO. I met him 10 years ago, and I interviewed to be his vice president of field development. And when I met him, I didn't know what to think. I'd never met a CEO of a company that on my first introduction, as I put my hand out to shake his hand, he said, "No, we hug." And it was weird to me. It was weird because I've never met a CEO that wanted to give me a hug from the moment I met him. He's always been about community. He's in every time, it took my 1 day interview when I flew into the city of the city of Phoenix, when I flew in from Minnesota. My 1 day meeting turned into a 3 day meeting. He had me change my flight and change my flight. And then he wanted me to meet his parents. And he said, we make a decision as a family. And I was like, like, where does this stuff, this is different. And it's unique. And who is he? And then what happened is he asked me to be, and I want you to understand this, after 3 days of meetings, he called me 2 weeks later. And when he called me to be his vice president, he never asked me to be his vice president. When he called me, he never asked me to work for him. His phone call said, "I'm so sorry. I haven't talked to you in the last 2 weeks. I was in Asia. Have you accepted another offer?" And I said, "No." He said, "Thank God." He said, "I just want to know, will you come be part of our family?" That was his offer to me. 10 years ago, that was his offer to me, if I would come be a part of his family. And I have to tell you something, that in the last 10 years, I've never had somebody that wasn't or didn't have the same blood as me, with exception of people that I grew up with since the 8th grade. But I've never met someone in the last 10 years that didn't have the same blood as me, that treated me like we did, other than Isaac. And Isaac, I'm so grateful for you, to see what you've done in the traditional business world, to see what you've done in this network marketing space has been incredible. As a CEO, your mindset, your intelligence level, just brilliant. And I'm excited that the two of you have partnered, and I'm honored to be a partner with you, but to know that you guys are every day leading the charge means the world to me. So Isaac Ben Shabbat, thank you so much for being here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pin them so you guys can see them. Hold on 1 second. So there's Isaac, and so everybody can see him. And then this is Eddie. Where is Eddie? Hold on.
Muzaffar, pinning doesn't work for us. It only works for you. So spotlight them is the key.
See, that's why we've got, dude, I can't wait to talk about you. Hold on 1 second. Dude, you are like, all right, hold on. Thank you. Hold on. See, it's so good to know. By the way, if you know what you guys should be figuring out right at this very moment, if you figured out that uh you don't have to be Zoom intelligent to be successful at this business, by the way. Hold on one second. Now let me bring Isaac back in and I'll have the two of them. What happened to Isaac? Oh, right there. I'll have the two of them add spotlight. Look at that. Look at these two amazing humans. Eddie, Isaac, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Before you go into anything, I just want you to know a few of the folks that are here, just so you have an idea. And Sherry, I hope I didn't miss anyone, especially in Asia or anywhere else. But I just want to cover a couple of the promotions, gentlemen, just so you know what's happened. So initially, and this is Sherry's team and Jerry Roberts' team, right? His team and Sherry's team combined that's on here today. And there are people that joined with Sherry at the very beginning. Kathy Westfall is someone that finished the rank of bronze a few months back. She joined right at the same time as Sherry. So it's been 6 months for them together. Absolutely incredible. And Rika and her husband finished the rank of silver, and they also joined right around the same time as Sherry. And they were recognized at the event, the last event, but the brand new promotions, so you guys know, brand new, came from Jerry Roberts' team recently, which was, when you look at also, I want you to realize also, Steve Barron finished the rank of bronze, and he's been with Sherry since the beginning, just so everyone knows, and got started early as well. So, and then, the ones that are new that have signed up. So Jerry signed up in April. So Jerry Roberts signs up in April and did his first launch, and there were over 20 people on his first launch. Absolutely incredible. And then after that, we met like some of the most incredible people that are here, from Dr. Grace, who said yes before the presentation was even done. Like, just so you guys know, I was in the middle of the presentation and they were texting. She texted Jerry going, "I'm all in." And I don't even think I got to the compensation plan yet. And so to see some of the people that are here, gentlemen, it's incredible. But Ben and Josephi were some of the first bronzes in Jerry's team, some of the first bronzes in Jerry's team. And they are, Eddie, between North Carolina, and this is kind of unique. They're between North Carolina and Phoenix. Like, how unique is that? Eddie lives in North Carolina and Isaac lives in Phoenix, like Scottsdale. But like, that's kind of wild how that one just happened. That one just came to me. The second is our very first. She went bronze and silver in her first month as well. And that is Lillian Ong in Singapore, just so you know, in Singapore, guys. Absolutely incredible. It's like, and we've never met in person, and she did it in Singapore. And then last but not least is Jerry Robert. And Jerry is somebody that when he first got on a phone call on a Zoom with Sherry and I, we had a talk, and he said, "Listen, let's meet next week and let's have a real conversation and decide what we're going to do." And so the first conversation was just kind of we were reconnecting as friends. We'd known each other for a long time. We got into the nitty gritty of business a week later. That's when we kind of had our first business presentation. And 15 minutes in, Jerry said to me, "So Muzaffar, are you going to sign me up or what?" Like, he said, "Wait," and this is all him. He said, wait. You have to ask me a closing question, so go ahead. that was our meeting with Jerry. And he said, I just want you to know, I will do this your way. I won't ask for anything. I don't need, I want to do it your way. I want to duplicate it right. And the guy has worked around the clock between his other businesses, and to go out and finish 25-25 in his first full month of May, absolutely incredible. So I wanted you guys to know who everyone is, what's happened. This is an A team. This is an all-star team. And I'm so excited for you guys to get a chance to know them, meet them, see them on camera. They get a chance to meet you. And so real quickly, what I'd like to do is have you each say a few words, and then I've prepared some questions that I think will be great for everyone to hear your thoughts, your mindsets of where everything is headed. So Eddie, as our president, I'll start with you, and then we'll go to our CEO and founder.
Well, first, congratulations to everyone you just mentioned. It's a long list of people who are succeeding quickly, and all of you guys have given us such an investment of trust and care. And just know that we won't take that for granted ever. We'll never squander it. We recognize the importance of it, and we're doing everything we can to provide for you guys such a unique environment and just nurture this community and help you guys find the kind of success that Muzaffar talked about at the beginning. And Sherry wants to be Black Diamond in 12 months or less. It's a possibility in this environment, but thank you all for all that you've done already for the community. It looks to me like you guys are building your own internal family within our family, and I just couldn't be more proud, excited, or grateful for all that you've committed. Thank you.
Isaac?
Yes, so good morning, good evening to everybody. I'm really excited about this call. You know, Muzaffar, you said that Sherry said that it's not normal for the CEO and the president to be on a call like that. And I can tell you that I'm probably more excited than each and every one of you to be on this call for many reasons. First of all, this is a group that I personally connected to. All the way from the people that leading it, from Muzaffar and his family, and then getting to know Sherry and Alex that got into my heart in ways that I can't even start to explain, and now are part of my daily prayers and blessings. And the same for Jerry, that somebody that I probably would stand in line to get an autograph or to learn from, and definitely somebody that I respect and appreciate to see him and his engagement, his level of intelligence, the way that he's presenting what we do over here is unique. So when I heard that they gathered together their top leaders and their top team members in a call like that, all I was thinking about is, this is it. This is the group that's going to lead our company. This is the group that's going to shine and deliver this message that this community has. And yes, we do business over here. There is no doubt about it, but that's not why I wake up every morning. I wake up every morning because I know that this community has something better to deliver for people out there. The ability to be connected to something that is so fundamental, so unique, a connection to people that they can trust and feel comfortable and feel safe with. And that is what makes me excited. And through you, and congratulations to all of you, of course, we will be able to expand it and do something that is significant. So I'm excited. I'm here for you. And Muzaffar, thank you so much for putting this call together.
Thank you, Isaac and Eddie, and you know, I'm so excited for everyone that's here to get a chance to hear some of the information and to be inside of the room with us. You know, I've had the honor and pleasure to be in the room with the two of you as we discuss not only where Viago is, but where it's headed. And so one of the things that I would love to start with, and I'll start with Eddie. I'll go one question with Eddie, and then I'll go one question with Isaac, and we'll cover a few different areas. Eddie, one of the questions that I have for you is, you know, when we talk about, you know, the space of our membership, right? Because it is, you know, heavy focus, especially in a lot of countries that don't have the benefits the US have. the heavy focus starts with travel. It starts with the booking engine. It starts with the escapes, and you built $1 billion company with a product similar that was magic. And to see you and some of the people that you've done it with in the past to be a part of this community, because other companies have tried to do travel and they just haven't made it work. And you have a lot of relationships in this space, and a lot of what we have in the product has been because of what you've done. So it's a two-part question. Knowing what you saw in your past compared to what we're starting with, what do you see for community members with this product, with this membership? And what are some of the things that you foresee coming, or that's coming? Let's stay with you in the travel space because it's such your wheelhouse, not including others, but I just know how incredible you've been to help this product get to where it's at. So if you could share that information with everyone so they know where it's headed and the things that are coming, but what you did to create $1 billion giant before.
Well, first, thanks. That's really kind. We had a lot of success in the past building a membership that was based upon a travel offering, almost primarily or exclusively a travel offering. And there are some similarities in that there were things about that we thought were really attractive and we wanted to extend. We wanted to improve upon what we did well in the past. Going into COVID, we had kind of hit a stride at that point, understanding what it takes to create cool experiences abroad. But I think there were some missing ingredients there, and it was really apparent as we started to conceive this membership what we needed to do. And Isaac had a very clear vision as well. In fact, I think it was one of the reasons why we came together was because our love of the community and our conscientiousness about the importance of community first. The secret to being successful in this industry, I could give to any other company, and they may or may not be successful at doing it. And as I said, Isaac knew it innately, and it's something that we champion every day. And that's what you desire as a community, drives the development of our product, right? We're a community that is community owned, community driven, community strategized. We're working to create experiences around the world that people want. We don't position for a moment that we know everything you're going to need or want, or your community is going to grow to desire over the next year. We work directly with our community. We ask questions. We work with the vendors and suppliers that you desire. We work with the highest caliber brands that provide the best 4, 5-star and 4 and 5 diamond experiences. And then we're trying to extend that so that it includes more than just a curated travel experience. We want to bolt onto it the kind of community inclusive experiences as well that help to build culture. And that's maybe one of the most important ingredients, making sure that we're pulling people together to do the things they want to do together. That together word is so important. Sure, you can go on one of these experiences by yourself, but together is better. The way we form some of the best memories, best relationships and connections that a lot of times end up being lifelong connections is because we do these sorts of experiences together, exploring and experiencing things for the first time together. And it's just a testament to what I think is one of the most beautiful attributes of our industry as well. And I think it's one of the reasons why our industry should be flying that flag higher, that we're an industry that's so much about supporting one another, that we're a community-based industry as well. So why not just amplify that? Why not continue to focus on that element and building culture and supporting it and letting the organic sort of introduction from me to you and you to the people you love and them to those who they want to travel with and experience life with. And then you start to organically have this community that attracts like-mindedness and values, and it's working. People are seeing that it's sincere because we want to be together with the people we want to be together with. That's the primary ingredient. In addition to that, though, it's just creating experiences and value that actually enhance your daily life as well. So ultimately, people are going to look at our brand, I think, as not just a brand that's about travel, but about living better. Life Amplified was chosen as our slogan on purpose. It's not travel amplified, it's life amplified. The great products that Isaac and his family had created are going to be the building block, the genesis of our next big product announcements. The things that we're right now putting in our product and our product marketplace are there to improve your quality of life, whether that is how you feel, how you look, or even how you feel about how you look. We just want to amplify every bit of that. And so that was something we never did in the past, something I never had success in doing, but always desired. And thanks to the partnership and the clear vision too of Isaac, we were able to achieve this. Now, it didn't come though without a cost and without a significant investment. And you guys are here after a lot of that investment has been made. So what you're going to see is our continuous amplification of those things that amplify the quality of your life. Great products, incredible daily benefits that allow you to go out and do the things you want to do, theater and shopping and dining and entertainment there within drive distance. And of course, experiences around the world that are going to be second to none. We want people to talk about those experiences and about the community naturally because it's just the normal thing to do, and that will attract more people. It is very much literally social proof that we're creating.
I appreciate that, and perfect. And Isaac, let's start with our promotions, right? Like, you know, we have our bronzes, which Jerry's business partner Casey, who's in Malaysia, went bronze. Ben and Josephi in the United States went bronze. And I'm talking about the new ones. So if you guys have not if you've already been recognized at our events, I love you. If you've been recognized as bronzes, silvers, all of the above. I'm just talking about the ones brand new. Casey is brand new, Isaac. He's in Malaysia. He is Jerry's business partner. Just talented, connected, owns several businesses, and then Ben and Josephi, same business owners. And some people go bronze as minimal. And Isaac, you've seen in your past company how, take for example, in Korea, how they built to over 170 million in a year by highlighting bronzes and duplicating bronzes. And then Lillian finishing silver in Singapore, to our superstar Jerry finishing gold in his first full month. Talk about the importance of these ranks, Isaac, as what you saw in a past company, question number one, and how that can duplicate in what you see with that. And number two is, I'll let you finish that and then we'll start going into the future.
Sure. So first of all, congratulations. You know, that's amazing that we have in such a short period so many people that joining and definitely advancing in their ranks. And you know what gets me more excited, Muzaffar, is to see that happening in countries that are so far away from here on the other side of the world. And that is the power of building this community. Basically, the first rank, getting to bronze, which that's really the first rank of activity that we see over here in Viago, is, in my opinion, the most important one. That shows that somebody is serious about their business, and it doesn't matter if they never done it before. It doesn't matter if they haven't had success, or maybe they created a multiple seven-figure income in other ventures on their life. Over here, to get to this step, first step is the most important part. It's basically understanding that all it requires is a little bit excitement, understanding how the structure work. And when you do that, then it becomes a factory of producing bronzes. You know, you talked about one of our biggest markets in the past when we built our company, and I'll talk about it in a minute. But in the last event, I think we were together, Muzaffar, in Korea. We had 3,000 new bronzes that stepped on, that basically were recognized. Obviously, we couldn't put everybody on the stage as bronzes, but for maybe 5 minutes straight, they had this big presentation of all of these bronzes, and we just watched slide after slide after slide. And I knew that each one of these names are stories of people that decided that they want to be part of this community and they will do what it takes. So when it comes to understanding the importance of these ranks and recognizing for them, and being proud for doing that. You know, some of you maybe now are bronzes and you say, okay, I get it. And it's just the first step and it's not much, but it's huge. It's huge. And you should be not only excited about it, you should go out there and promote that to your team members, that that's what they need to follow. Because in our business, especially in a community-based business, it's all about encouraging each other to get to the next level. And that is a key. So I will leave you with that. Is that just broke the bronze rank over here in our community? You should look at our next event on the calendar. It doesn't matter if you live in Malaysia, if you live in Japan, if you live in Singapore, or if you're here in the US. And do everything you can to make sure that when you come to our next convention and be there with us, because outside of building this business and earning the income and getting to be recognized through calls like that, you have no idea how powerful it is to be on a stage in front of thousands of people. And it's not only self-serving for you to feel proud and excited, which it is. Every time I'm on the stage, seeing all of these people recognized, I feel the magnitude of excitement. But it's not only that. I can tell you that there is somebody that is going to sit over there in the crowd, that's going to look at you and will be inspired by your story, will be inspired by your smile, your light that you bring to the room, and they will make a decision that is going to impact their life and so many people outside of that. In my opinion, it's even a bigger mission than just being loved and recognized. So these ranks are amazing. I'm excited that we have so many people advancing to this next stage, but it's a much bigger mission and responsibility than just hitting the next rank.
Amazing. And you know, and that's what I love about Jerry finishing gold, right? He did it by helping other people get promoted. So intelligent, so smart. It wasn't just about him. And he has really shifted his focus on duplicating and helping his team. And so going to the next question.
And you know, Muzaffer, sorry to cut you, but I
No,
can
you're
tell you,
fine.
you just mentioned Jerry and him taking it to the next level by helping people around him, you know, and I'm watching our leaders very closely. First of all, to make sure that I'm there to support them with everything that they need. And second, to really learn our leaders, their style, and see how they can be a big part of this community. And I can tell you that watching Jerry with his experience, with his reputation, you know, putting attention to every little details and make sure that everything counts, the small wins to the big wins, is definitely something that represents the culture that we want to drive over here in Viago. So thank you for that, Jerry.
I love it. And I'm so excited as you guys both get a chance to know. I hope you're going through the screens and looking at all the faces and names and making sure that it sits in those intelligent brains, because these are people that I promise you are going to meet personally, because they'll be diamonds and above. This should actually be titled the Future Diamond Call. The Future Diamond Call is what it should be. So I'm going to go back to Eddie. I'm just going to bounce back and forth. Eddie, and this is actually a question for you and a question for Isaac. So I want you both to answer in your own ways, because we've had discussions on this. One of the things that I talk to the team about a lot is that we're in phase one of our plan over the next 3 to 5 years, like our plan. And I give the analogy of WhatsApp. When WhatsApp started and they were in phase one, WhatsApp started with texting, and then they went to actual phone calls. And I remember when I would travel and I would call my wife on WhatsApp, she'd get so upset because the call would drop. And she would say, "Stop calling me on WhatsApp." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's free and it's going to get better. And I don't have to pay $5 a minute, even though I love my wife no matter what." But then they went to video, and the video would freeze on WhatsApp. And my wife would get upset that I didn't have an iPhone. And so she would say, and I would say, WhatsApp is the way. And now it's multiple video callers. And so I've told everybody the discussions we've had, but I'd love for you guys to elaborate, both of you. And so Eddie, if you can pick one area of where you think phase 2, phase 3 is going to go, from our product aspect or business aspect, and Isaac can talk about the other, that would be fantastic. Of the next 3 to 5 years, what you see.
Thanks, Muzaffar. I see us continuing to focus on innovation, not just the elements that we talked about that are community-based, but innovation that helps us to pull the community together and give them more value. One of the things that we're going to be doing, you'll see launched in the next few days, like within the next week or two, is a series of major enhancements to Viago Pay. If you were here during the time when the announcements were made about what was to come with respect to membership in Viago Pay, we talked about Viago Pay as more than just a platform for receiving commissions. In fact, that's just one tiny sliver of it. The ultimate outcome of this is that you have the ultimate wallet. You have the ability to transact how you want, where you want, when you want, with anything that you want. So whether it's cryptocurrency or some cash equivalent around the world, that's from British sterling to USD to euro to yen to whatever. Any currency essentially would be supported. Most cryptocurrencies supported, most alternative payments supported. The importance of that one slice of that is that it allows us to welcome all customers from around the world. And that's one of the biggest barriers to building a business in any industry, not just this industry, any industry. And what we are pulling together is the most broad spectrum of payments options for people so that the people you meet, regardless of where you are in the world, will have the ability to come in and be a part of our family, where in a lot of circumstances, they just wouldn't. It would be a practical barrier to entry. So that's one, solve that so that you can always say welcome to anyone that wants to be a part of our family. That's the first piece. The second piece is peace of mind, allowing you to take something that's a piece of technology that's exclusive to you and give you the ability to do what you want with your money, whatever that form of money is, anywhere in the world, encrypted, safe, and vaulted for you. So that means that you can transact how you want in a way that actually allows you to either maximize your points or your rewards, either in our ecosystem or maybe it's through a credit card or debit program you have. Or if you're using crypto and you don't want to convert it, we allow you to pay with crypto. That's a reality coming just in the next few days. Or to convert a crypto into a cash or cash into a crypto. You get it? It makes it a utility that for you is just the ultimate form of convenience. And this is the future. It's shocking to me that this hasn't already been done for people because it just allows you such ability to travel at ease, not worry about whether I have to go and convert my currency. You've got a card. And if Visa or MasterCard are accepted there, you're going to be able to use it. And our wallet is going to be so ubiquitous with not just within our own ecosystem, but because of its tie into the major credit card rails, that it's going to feel like you're paying like you would any other time. But the truth is, behind the scenes, it's whatever you want. And almost nobody in the world has that ability like we do right now. And lastly is that we're going to overlay the richest incentives that you've ever seen in any program. And it's going to be on top of whatever other incentives you have. So if you're getting points back or cash back or any of that, you're still going to get all that. But we're going to give you more. We're going to give you not only cash back and points back, but lots of ways that you can use that currency to take what we do today that is already at the lowest, guaranteed, lowest prices and best value in the world and get it for even less. Apply some of those rewards you're getting just for being a member or maybe for referring. We're going to be doing all of that with this new ecosystem so that you're maybe one dinner away from, another sunset or one dinner away from another dinner cruise or, something that is ultimately going to be seen as the way that you can actually earn your vacations faster and secure your peace of mind while you travel. That's one area. The other area I would say is that we're going to continue to enhance the way that we offer our product to you. Isaac and I have a vision for creating technology that intelligently works with you and your family, your preferences to create the experiences you want, actively searching our database and even outside of our ecosystem to bring together anything and everything you want that defines your best experience, whether that's a local experience and you happen to be traveling to it or where you live, or putting together a vacation concept that for you is a dream come true. Maybe it's that getaway for your son's graduation or the honeymoon you never had or just to just to go and do something together with friends and family and actually curate it automatically in the background. Just imagine that for a moment. Your ideas, your whole sort of concept and dream of what it looks like to go and travel the way you want to, and we put it together with intelligence that we bolt into your preferences to deliver it straight to you. Those are some of the things we're going to be concentrating on, in addition to everything we talked about earlier in availing the best experiences in the world.
And before I go to Isaac, Eddie, I want people to, when we go back to the last travel company that you built, because I want people to understand what's possible. What were some of, like, because we have on here, we have Singapore, we have Malaysia, we have India, we have countries in Europe, from Holland to Poland to UK to obviously US, Canada. And so everyone always knows a lot of things are in US, Canada. And my Canadian friends are like, there's a lot more sometimes in the US to start. And it does. And things start a lot of times in the US, and we're developing all these markets. But what I want is, from what your experience was when the product was minimal in your last company, how big were some of these countries, Eddie? Like you take, for example, our top rank is 5,000 left, 5,000 right, which is our black diamond. It doesn't matter what the name of those other ranks were, but in equivalence to a 5,000, Eddie, how many do you recall? What size was Singapore for you before? What size was India or China or Malaysia or some of these Asia European countries maybe that come to your mind? If you can give them an idea of what you've seen with a company whose compensation plan was not as rich, with a company whose product offering was 1/5 or 1/10 of what we have, I want them to understand what you did before so they know what's possible.
Sure. So a couple of things about that. I want to try to make this as efficient as possible in answer, because I want to give time to Isaac as well. But here's the bottom line. We built the largest group vacation club in the world. We were larger than anyone. I mean it. Disney, Thomas and Cook, Marriott, any of them. We were the largest in the world. And we did that. And it took about 10 to 12 years to really reach that mark. The first year we had one trip. One. The second year we had 2 trips. Get it? Already out of the gate, within the first 6 months, we are dwarfing anything I ever accomplished in the past, because we took all the lessons, all the tripping over our own tail, the mistakes. We didn't make those mistakes this time. We did it right. We learned from that. We leveraged the relationships that took years for me personally to build, and for our colleagues to build, to understand how to build new relationships. We didn't just leverage old relationships. Of course, our reputation was there to help us, but we leveraged our knowledge, and we went out and went to work finding the best partners that met our watermark of excellence. And in doing so, we've already accelerated that growth. How it achieved the kind of growth he talked about in some of those countries was quantifiable. We had hundreds of Black Diamond equivalent leaders around the world. In Singapore, for instance, we had over a dozen, and that was one of our smaller markets comparatively. In Europe, dozens. In the United States, dozens. And this is active at any one time I'm talking about, not over the course of a 15 to 18-year lifespan. This was active Black Diamond-like ranks at that level. Here are the things that we did, though, that are different here on purpose. What Isaac and I, along with our leaders, thought through was, how do we build the simplest, fastest, most attractive, and easy to understand compensation plan so that somebody who had experience would immediately know how cool this is and how easy it is to build? That's one. Secondly, the other thing we wanted to achieve was to make it so intuitive and so understandable that anybody, even with no experience, would see it and understand it and be able to talk about it and be able to pursue it. Why? We built it around one behavior: introduce new members. Everything in our compensation plan begets this part of it getting higher, this part of it getting bigger, this part of it expanding, this part of it accelerating. 4 pieces: direct commission, team commissions every single week. How do you get these? Selling memberships, signing up people. How do you get this? You and your team selling memberships, signing up people. The third part, your residual, which is one of the richest and easiest to understand residuals I've ever seen. How do you get it? Signing up members, bringing in new people. And then the check match, which is about you duplicating your efforts in your organization. Jerry is a student of this. He's a master of this. Sherry, a master of this. Muzaffar, a master of this. You literally have a team that's going to help you guys root some of those black diamond organizations around every country you mentioned, Muzaffar. We weren't in India. We had a small footprint in Singapore. We didn't have the caliber of leadership nor the quality of membership that we have today. Mark my words, we will be many times larger than we were before, right? This will be in my former company. I promise you that. What we've done here is to build a monster in this industry, not to kill everybody else. It's, you know, it's a $17 trillion industry now combined. There's plenty of room for us to build this and have other billion-dollar companies. We're going to be the biggest, though. I know that because we know what it took to get there the first time and become the biggest. We will do that at a faster pace here. And all those countries are going to be the tent poles in our organization. And I believe that this team is, as Isaac said, the one that's going to lead our company into that promised land. You already have the caliber of leadership. You already have the experience. And we've tried to build a platform and a vehicle for you that lets you take this as far as fast as you want.
And Isaac, what I want to say is this. Thank you, Eddie. And Isaac, what I want to say is this: is for some of you that don't know, when Isaac's family came to America, they were almost homeless, and they spent their last dime, which was $60,000, and they sent it to China to get $60,000 worth of helicopters. And it was done through a website with a language they didn't understand, because Isaac's dad said it was a sign from God. And now they had no money. They didn't know if these toys were going to come. And Isaac called 20 of his friends from Israel to come to America to help him sell these toys, because his family was going to be homeless. They had no house, no cars. They sold their clothes. They sold everything. And their goal was to make $200,000 in 4 months, because they heard of other people. They heard a story that other people sold toys in the middle of a mall and made $200,000 during Christmas time in 4 months. So they believed they could do it. And in the 4 months, they didn't do 200,000. They did 4 million. And 2 million of it was profit. And the day that I decided I wanted to be Isaac's partner, before he even asked me, was when I asked him what he did with the money. And he told me, Muzaffar, my friends came to save my family. I equally split the money with all 20 of my friends. That's when I knew this guy was different. He had integrity, honesty, character, and heart. And then what he did was, out of the 20 friends, 10 of them stayed and 10 of them went back home. And he took a group of 10, 20, 30, because the next month, 100 people came. And he sat down with that group, and they built 900 stores in 40 countries. Isaac, I'm going to ask you a question. If this was your friends, sitting in your living room, because this is our friends, which are now your friends, so I'm saying they are your friends, but if this was your friends back then, and knowing what we have now, what would you share with us to go do what you created? 900 stores in 40 countries in a short period of time. You had to have said something. You had to have given them some guidance. You had to have said something to them. And if you could share what you would say to us, number one, advice on what we can do, should do, and also tell us what you see 3 years from now, Isaac, the plan of where we're headed.
Yeah, thank you for taking me a little bit on the memory lane over there and remembering what we really had that is so special. I'll start with the second question, Muzaffar, because before we have a talk with each other, we really have to understand the vision and where we're going and why is it worth it for us to protect it. Eddie did an amazing job outlining the vision of what make Viago, the membership, the benefits, the advantage we have so unique. And I'm sure after you hearing Eddie and how passionate he is about it, I can tell you that he is the driver of everything that you see. He is leading it from the front, from the back. he's taking the load of carrying the entire company on his shoulders and making sure that everything performing, especially in a challenging environment as a startup, that you always have all of the challenges and everything around it, because Eddie knows how it looks like on the other side. But more importantly, he knows that what it looks like on the other side is what none of us ever done before, and it's going to be bigger and better. So thank you, Eddie, for doing that. Muzaffar, I think you said something about WhatsApp and the challenges that they had at the beginning, but it's true. Every new invention requires these pioneers that see it and believe in it and stand behind it. But you know what, even more interesting is that before WhatsApp, there were other applications exactly like WhatsApp. In fact, in 1996, there was a company named ICQ, if you heard of them. And they were the first message app. And ICQ was as good and had all the features that WhatsApp had. And it was a big, big thing. And they vanished. And then Skype came. I think it was 7 years after, maybe 2003. And Skype was exactly the same thing. And they even had video, which WhatsApp didn't have at the beginning. And where is Skype now? And WhatsApp came, and what was special about WhatsApp is not really the fact that they had technology for people to connect. It was there 13 years, 14 years before. It was that they had the community members feel each other connecting. It was something as simple as having these two check mark becoming blue to get this feeling that I'm connected to somebody live as it happens. Just something so simple that made this company now worth over $50 billion probably. And why I'm sharing that with you? Because you need to understand that Viago, it is a combination of leaders, corporate people, investors, and visionaries that came together with hundreds of years combined experience in understanding every component of the business that we put together. Viago is this puzzle that we put, understanding each pieces of it very well, understanding what it means, first of all, to build a community. How do you take community and connect them together, create experiences for them? Understand that at the end, if you ask yourself, okay, so what really is Viago? Because Viago represents so many things for so many people, because some of you has touched so many points within the benefits or the experiences or the travel or the connection. What is really Viago is very simple. It's a community of people that come together that understand exactly what it means to be part of a connection. We are living in an environment that we lost touch with each other. And we lost touch with each other for a long time now. Social media made us feel like we are in touch, but we are basically sitting at home staring at a screen. We're not in touch. We're not connecting. We're not exchanging energy in person that is so much more robust and powerful than just looking at the screen. But that is a movement that started and detached us from each other, but there is a bigger wave that is coming. And the wave that is coming is the wave of automation and AI that is going to be so robust. And there is so much talk about it and how disruptive it's going to be. What is going to be? It's going to end it all and the end of the world, like some of the world leaders claim it will be, or it will just make us feel more comfortable and get everything that we want instantly because of machines and technology. Wherever we're going to go with that, we know for sure it's going to be disruptive. It's a big unknown, and it will create more detachment with people. What I'm trying to say is that we here in Viago understand two things. Number one, people need to be connected. And we're bringing connection back to people. We're bringing it back not only through technology, we're bringing it through shared experiences together with like-minded people, with community members. If you would tell me back in the past that one day I can be part of a community that I know who they are, because some of you are subscribed to all of these companies and you have no idea who they are. You have no idea who are the other members of the community. Maybe somebody say, oh, you pay Netflix, me too. but here you know who they are. You can come together with your community members a few times a year, get to be inspired, get recognized, get to celebrate life with them, to see who they are, to build these special connections. And then whenever you want, whenever you have time for that, to travel the world with the selected community members, whether it is going to be in the trip it's coming now in Vietnam or in Dubai or in all of these destinations that we curate for you, and go with these members and travel and create experiences and true life experiences with, I would say this is something that I never knew can even be possible. And it is possible here in Viago. And the second thing that you need to understand is that we're sitting over here when we are leading Viago, and we know the responsibility that you put in our hand. We know the responsibility that we have leading hundreds of thousands of community members, and understanding that we need to take this unique power that was given to us and make sure that it is geared towards delivering benefits for our community. You have to understand that when you come to any vendor or any service that you would like to have, and you say, hey, I want to get a discount or want to get more benefits as a person, versus coming as a leader of a community with hundreds of thousands of members, it's totally different. You probably understand that. And we know that this power is geared only for one thing: getting more benefits, more experiences, more discounts, more access to our community members in ways that was never done before. And another thing you need to know, we do not take any part of that. So if, we don't take any commission on curating these experiences for you. This company revenue model is based on the membership fees that each and every one of you pay. And this revenue model is what paying for expenses, paying your commission, making sure that the company is growing, and having all of these tools to curate these amazing experiences. So when we go and talk to a vendor and we say, we need this benefit for our community, they give us the benefit, and it's going exactly the same way to our community members. We don't take a commission out of it. This is not our business model. Our business model is delivering happiness to our community, so community members would stay and pay membership and get to be inspired. So now that you understand the vision and how big it is and what we can do with it, I'm going to go back to what you asked, Muzaffar. 20 years ago, 25 years ago now, we sat in the room. We had 20 people that came over to save my family. They didn't come to work. They didn't come for an opportunity. They didn't get recognized for being this rank or another. All they came is because we pick up the phone and say, our family is about to be homeless. Can you please come and help me and do that for me? And people did it. And we were so grateful and so honored. And we made almost $2 million, and everything was on the table, and we split it equally, as you said, Muzaffar. And that was the moment that we had while we're sitting together in this room, very emotional. And we look at each other and we start really understanding what just happened. For 4 months, without any business experience, without really solid business plan, all these people came together to help save my family. What we realize is two things. Now, if you have a goal and vision and mission in life, and if you work as a team together, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. And that feeling was so robust, exactly as I'm sitting with each and every one of you, and I'm telling you, look at what you have achieved in such a short time here in Viago. Look at the new ranks. Look at the amazing people. I know that some people on the call today, and I'm looking at your fixed faces and smiles, and I have no doubt that some of you not only can lead our community, can impact millions of people around the world, and we don't know your story yet. We don't know it. So think about the power that we have when we are together and we have this amazing vision in front of us. What if, and that was what the conversation was, Muzaffar, what if first we stay together? What if we never forget where we came from? We never forget what made us who we are. What if we create an opportunity that everybody get a fair chance to be whatever they want to be, to achieve their goals and missions within this opportunity, not a corporate, not a structure that you're there and I'm here. Together, we have the ability to build a platform that everybody can accelerate in exactly the way they want. What if we're responsible for one another and nobody stay behind, and we work together with integrity, with love, with respect, with honesty? Make sure that we take these amazing attributes that most people gain only when they become successful, because now they can afford it. You know, they say having integrity, culture, honesty is something that you need to afford. So you have to be successful first so you can do that. No, we said, what if we can have that at the front of everything that we do? What if we build a community and we take care of each other? What if we can be part of something as big as that? And that was the conversation, Muzaffar. And that's exactly the conversation I have with you. Isn't that worth fighting for? Isn't that vision and dream worth living for? And obviously, you know my answer to that.
Well, thank you both from the bottom of my heart. You know, Eddie, the work that you do, we get a chance to talk almost every day, and we talk about things that we're fixing, developing, that you and your corporate team are handling on a daily basis. And I'm so grateful for that and for you taking time out to be here. Isaac, man, thank you for leading the charge, you know, on the other side, making sure that our future is set with you and your partners, and taking time to be here. Both of you push me to want to be better, including everybody that's on this Zoom. And I'll tell you this, one of the things that Isaac and I talked about years ago was there's two things that motivate us. And this was identical. When Isaac said it, I said, those are the things that motivate me too. And I remember when you said it, Isaac, and I'll never forget it, because I still share it today, because it's me. I think it's also Eddie, and I think it's a lot of people here. But you know, when someone doesn't believe in you, you know, it motivates us to make sure, at least me, and this is my childish side, that I'm going to make sure they regret it every day for the rest of their life. But maybe that's the childish version of me. You may say it nicer than me, but that's me. But the other one, I know we all believe the same, is when somebody believes in us. And when someone believes in us, I'm going to work even harder to make sure that their decision of being a part of this community was the best decision they ever made. And for all of you that are here, making the decision to believe in us, I wanted you to meet Isaac, Eddie, but I can't take credit for setting up this call. This was Sherry. Sherry said, can we do this? Sherry said, it's time. She said, it's time for the community to know the partners and who's leading the charge. And this was such a brilliant idea, Sherry. Thank you for that as well. But I want you all to see that you've got all of us. You've got Isaac, Eddie, Sherry, Jerry, myself, as well as the other leaders that are on here, that will give you every cell in our body to make sure that your decision is not to join a business. It's not to join a business, but your decision to be a part of this community was the best decision you ever made in your life. We're not going to be perfect. I'm going to tell you right now, none of us are. We will all make mistakes. And if that scares you, I'm so sorry. But we're going to make mistakes now. We're going to make mistakes 6 months from now. We're going to make mistakes years from now. Why? Because we're human. But the one thing I can promise you is our intention is pure. And whatever mistakes are made will be fixed. And we will work together as a group of leaders to make sure that you and your family have something that you are proud of, that you can pass on to the next generation, and that you will be able to stand on your rooftop and say, I'm a part of this. I'm a part of this. And again, Eddie, Isaac, thank you so much. And to all of you that joined us today, I hope you get a chance to see and feel and experience what I have the honor and pleasure to be a part of every single day. And now that you're a part of this, let's go do what we know how to do. Let's go get your 6. Let's make sure that because everybody will say, thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Sherry. Everybody will say thank you. The best thanks that we could do, right? Is everybody on here is Club 6. And next month, when we do this call, everybody's holding up the Club 6. Like, I did it. I finished it. That I'm Club 6. That's the one that we want to get finished for everybody in June. If we make this June 6th, June Club 6 month, like if that's what we make this the month of June Club 6, and nobody gets left behind. I just watched the movie Lilo and Stitch, and Ohana means family, and nobody gets left behind. Stitch said it. And if you guys don't know what Lilo and Stitch is, and you haven't seen the movie, I have 2 little girls that absolutely love the movie. Go watch it just to hear Stitch say, Ohana means family. And family, no one gets left behind. So with that being said, we want to make sure none of you get left behind. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. And let's go out and have the best weekend. Have the best weekend by introducing 1 or 2 members this weekend. Then all you have left is 4. Let's just get 1 or 2 done this weekend. That's the action step. 1 or 2, make it mandatory. 1 or 2 in your organization before Sunday midnight, and then let's go after the rest of the month. So Isaac, Eddie, thank you again so much. And to all of you, thank you for being here. Have a great rest of your day, and we will connect with you all soon. Much love, and God bless.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.